One of the best pieces of reseller advice that I have heard lately came from Matt at Thrift Life, who said, take advantage of your unfair advantages. So today we're going to talk about one of the ways I source that is underutilized within the community, and I think it is my unfair advantage. So hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leanna. Today we're going to talk about online auctions. Well, number one is because I just actually picked up some stuff from an online auction that I'm excited about and I want to show it to you. But I also went through some of my solds and realized that I've had some really good sales with items that I purchased from an online auction. So online auctions are easy to find. I use highbid.com. I'll link that down below. It's not an affiliate link or anything, it's just a website. And you can search for auctions in your area. They have radiuses like 50 miles, 100 miles, etc. You can actually search just for auctions. You can look for certain items, which is really, really cool. We have, I think our search parameter is 100 miles. I don't know why, but it is. We do tend to frequent ones that are maybe half an hour, 45 minutes away, and there's a couple by the cross-border shipper. The other two are sort of on the way home from the cross-border shipper, so it really works because it's really important to plan your time and to make sure that you're doing a straight line, not doing this when you're driving. Anyway, I digress. Online auctions are easy to get into, they're easy to find. You can find your items, they have pictures, they have descriptions. I do recommend that if the auction house has a preview time, especially when you're new, to go and to look at the items that you're considering bidding on. That way you kind of build a relationship with that auction house and you get to know how honest they are and how descriptive they are and whether or not you can trust them. So out of the ones that we do frequent, there is two for sure that I don't bother going to the preview because I know what they're saying is true, and if there's an issue, we've had no problems from returning things or talking about it or whatever. So but if you're new and you want to build your confidence and build your knowledge, absolutely go to the preview times. It's right up there in auction details, and take advantage of that and look at the items that you are wanting to bid on. With online auctions, I like it because you don't have that I gotta bid. Like it's not nearly as tense because you can go into the listing and you could bid your highest amount and forget about it. So if I get something at an auction and I know that, okay, my highest bid's going to be $15, I can put that in at the very beginning when I first see it, and I can just forget about it. I can walk away. So you don't necessarily get into a bidding war in the moment. It's not like that. You can watch the auction close and you could get into those moments, but you can also plan ahead and think about it, and that way you're not overspending and you're not getting into that trap of wanting something that you're going to spend too much on. So you can put in your highest bids, which I think is really, really cool. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I just picked up last week. When I talked last week about not sourcing for a while, I had already bid on this stuff, so I had to go through with it. So the first one I'm going to show you is actually a mistake, and the mistake was on my part because I did not read the description close enough. So it's my fault, all mine. I spent $5 plus, premium, so I think it ends up being like $6.50 or something. So I saw this, I thought this was really cool, and I thought, oh, I really want a new video camera because I like to have different ways to film, right? So I thought, okay, it's Canon, great name, and I went and picked it up, and I keep dropping things because the battery compartment's off, which is not a huge deal. I'll put that in there. But this is actually just a camera. It's actually a camera that you put film in and you take pictures. So bad on me. I can still sell it and probably get my money back, so I'm happy about that. But even sellers don't read items sometimes. My fault. It did come with this, which I think is it's just a hard case. It's got a pen and a tire gauge, and I think it's missing the pencil. I don't think I can do anything with this, but again, my fault. So either I just use the pen and the tire gauge in my own car. I don't think it's sellable, but hey, it is what it is. The next thing is a lot of jewelry, which again was only $5. I ended up getting 5 lots. One was a picture that was personal, and I'm not going to show you that. 4 of the lots were $5 and 1 lot was $15. So I'll show you that at the end. So this one was $5. It came with like 3 things. 2 little silver bangles. They are sterling silver, which is a good thing. And this little vintage brooch, which is like a family tree. So these are probably all people's months of birth. It is sterling as well. It is missing one of the little jewels, and I have no idea if these jewels are anything, if they're plastic or whatever. I have to do some more research on that. So I was happy with that because I think because they're sterling that they will at least sell for good money. The next item is another lot that I spent $5 on. It's a little teapot. I think it's so classy. It came with the creamer, and yes, there's a mark in there I'm going to have to try and get out. And it came with this little sugar bowl. I'm going to try and get you the logo if I can. It is a Grimwad's, Winton from England. I have not found this pattern yet. They do these really beautiful floral ones, which are worth a lot of money. This one I haven't found yet. It's very classy. It's in fairly good condition. Some of the gold is rubbed off. I do have to do some more research, but because I only spent $5, I think I'll be fine. I'm thinking at least $30, $40, but we'll see what happens with that. The next items I'm going to show you came in a lot together. There was 2. I ended up spending $15 on this lot, so $7.50 a piece. This scarf is from Lulu Guinness. It is a silk scarf. It's got all these little puppies, and it's got London all over it. It also has a charm somewhere, which I thought was really interesting. I didn't know that they came with charms. Anyway, I was doing some research. I haven't found this exact pattern yet, but they're selling $30 to $100, so I really need to find the pattern to figure out the price. But for a lot that only cost me $15, I'm happy with that. The next item is this little bag. Can you see that? This is a Sheriff, 1827 New York. I think it's like a coated canvas weave. Let's see if I can get the other one. It's in really good, clean condition. That's there. A little bucket bag. Put it back in. I did do a search on this because I want to find the exact pattern, and I used my Google Lens, which worked really well, and it found me a listing on Poshmark US. Someone has this bag listed for $85. So I'm happy. If I can get, 80 out of that and 30 out of this, that's $110 from $15. So I'm really, really happy with that. Okay, I'm just going to put things over here. Okay, stay. And I'm going to bring up my notes, and I'm going to show you a few things that I have in the past picked up from online auctions. Get that right there. Perfect. And tell you what I paid for them and what they sold for. I'll be okay. Okay, so the first ones are 2 dolls, one on Posh Canada, one on Posh US. I got this in a lot of $4. One is not listed yet because I still haven't done the research, which is my huge problem when I do this. But the other one is an American Girl baby doll, and it hasn't sold yet. That's okay. So one of these is a Maple Leah doll, which is the Canadian version of American Girl, and the other one I believe is a My Life doll. One sold for $21 and one sold for $30. I bought the whole entire lot for $7.50. So I'm already in profit with this, and it was really good to get out of my comfort zone and to find maybe another little niche that could be good for selling. The next one is this copper lot of jewelry. I got all of this in a huge copper lot that was actually in a little hat box. I still have the hat box. It's not listed because I'm not sure if I want to list it, if it's worth listing. I don't know yet. And there's still another couple of copper pieces that I haven't listed because I kind of kept them for myself. Anyway, this lot of jewelry sold for $42, and I spent $5 on this lot. So if you're not doing online auctions, absolutely check into them. The next one is this little bear. It's from Bear in the Little Blue House. He was little. He wasn't very big. He did sell for $50 US, and I paid $5 for him. Nobody was bidding on him. I think because he was so little, but he was vintage, and it was a brand called Applause, and it just, for some reason, it was selling for about $50, so I was really happy with that. The next one is Bombay Company, I believe it is. This wooden memory box. It had never been used. There was some condition issues, but it had never been used. The plate hadn't been engraved. It hadn't been put on. I got this. Nobody was bidding on it at this auction. I got it for $5, and it sold for 75 US to a guest on Poshmark. So I was really happy with that one, and it got really good feedback. The last one I'm going to show you is this little tiny shoe. It's a decorative little fashion thing. I forget the artist, but it's a brand called Just the Right Shoe. It sold for $40 US. Just recently, actually, on eBay. And I've had it for about a year and a half. So I wouldn't necessarily be clamoring to get this brand again. But it came with the box and everything. And I did only spend $5 on it. So I was really happy with the return, even though it took a while to find the right buyer. So when I say $5 or $15, that is the actual cost of, well, that's the sale price of the lot. You also have to take into consideration some taxes and a buyer's premium. So I forget exactly what I paid for everything, but $5 lots usually end up being about $6.50 with everything. So the $15 lot might have been $20 at the most. I didn't spend a lot of money at that auction. I think it was $42 altogether, give or take. But I also got something for personal use, which I was really happy with. Which brings me to one of the downfalls of online auctions. When you participate in any type of auction, whether it's Posh Lives or anything, you're competing with people that actually just want the item for themselves. You might be competing with collectors. And as a reseller, I can't compete with them because they're going to want that for their own personal use, and they're willing to go much, much higher. Whereas as a reseller, I want to get it as low as I possibly can so that I can make profit on it. So you do have to keep that in mind that, you know what, if you see items and you're like, oh wow, I watch everything that I'm interested in and I see how far it goes up. I always do my research as well before I bid, for the most part, unless you're a camera and I get excited and I just bid on you. But I do try to do my research so I can know how much my highest bid is going to be. That's really important because I don't want to get caught up in that, oh my God, they're going to win it, I want to win it, I want it. So I do my research for the most part before I bid, and then I make a calculated decision whether or not I'm going to bid on that. So that's it. I think it's really a great way to get inventory. I know that for the most part I concentrate on estate sales because I just prefer them. I like looking at the vintage stuff, the older stuff. It's just something that just sings to me. But we do also have other auctions in the area that deal with Amazon returns, so you can get new appliances and clothing. Sometimes they have really good clothing brands, so they're another way to check that out as well. I haven't gone to the one in town. There's one in town that does mainly Amazon returns. They don't do anything estate sale-ish. I haven't even really looked at them because there's nothing that I want from them, in a sense. So yeah, find out what, I like the online auctions because I like sitting in my pajamas, having my cup of coffee, and making my decisions and bidding or not bidding. I really do enjoy that. But I don't know where I was going with that. I have no idea where I was going with that. I'm having a day already. Anyway, if you're interested, highbid.com or Google online auctions in my area. Make sure that you read the auction details and what the auction wants out of you. Usually they like to have a credit card on file so that, you know, if you don't show up to pick it up, they can still charge you. Find out what their buyer premiums are. Find out what their shipping details are if they do ship. Find out when you can pick up, so you can, you know, pick up at the right time. Make sure it works with your, you know, schedule yourself. There's nothing worse than having an auction end on a day that you're really, really busy and you can't go pick it up. So check out everything before you even bid, because the bids absolutely 100% are binding. And if you don't go pick it up, then you still have to pay for it, and then they can sell it again. Anyway, that is it for me today. Like I said in my short yesterday, I am listing 40 items this week so I can source some more. But I want to get want to get the purse and the scarf listed. So I'm going to actually put that in with my bag to go to the office today. And yeah, anyway, that is it. I hope everybody has a great day. I don't know, maybe I need a nap. Anyway, everybody have a fantastic Tuesday. I'll see you next time. Bye.